Hey, Hounds fans, how you doing? Before I get into my Assumption versus Southern, uh, got my little ditty on what I think is going to be the keys to the outcome for this week. I always want to start out with something positive, and I'll tell you what, I'm on d2football.com, and I'm just going to click on some statistics here, and according to NCAA here, their database. Let's go to total scoring offense. And lo and behold, there's good old Assumption at number 3. So, hey, even though we're only 2 games in, I'll tell you what, it's better to be in the top 3 than the bottom 3, right? So, anyway, I think it's something cool, something to brag about. The other cool news is that Assumption moved from, I believe it was 21 now to number 17 in the country for Division II rankings. So that's great to jump up 3 or 4 spots, actually 4 spots. So that's awesome. Anyway, let's get into my quick presentation on Southern versus Connecticut for this week. Hey folks, so here's my couple quick ideas about Assumption versus Southern this week. I'll tell you what, Assumption comes in at 2-0, and they're on a roll right now. Beat Kutztown, and they just beat Pace. And I'll tell you what, Southern Connecticut comes in at 1-1. They lost to out of conference opponent Gannon, and they won against in conference opponent Stonehill. They scored 31 points, and I'll tell you what, thanks to my Facebook buddy Derek, he texted me and brought up some interesting stats from last year that I'm going to show you in a quick minute. I think folks, you'll be shocked at the stats, because last year was a really close game against Southern. So anyway, but I think defense is going to come up big. I think they're going to have to play big this coming week on Friday evening. And I'll tell you what, and the game is Friday, by the way. I saw in some of the schedules, I think they had it posted as Saturday. It's Friday night at 7 o'clock, and I'll place a link so you can watch it online, where to watch it online. But again, I think defense is going to come up big. It looks like it's going to be a nice evening up in Mass, so the game is at home. So anyway, check it out, and now check out my stats. I still think Assumption's going to win this week. For some reason, I'm thinking like a 38-24 game. I don't know why I say that, but 38-24. But check out these stats. Talk to you, Hounds. All right, folks, so let's take a quick look at some stats here this is actually from last year's game, from 2015 against Southern. And I'll tell you what, something that I think is kind of telling, let's look at total offense plays. Assumption ran 56 plays in offense for 511 yards. Very impressive for the day for any offense, especially, Division II. 511 yards is no small task. But I'll tell you what, Southern, they ran 99 plays for 623 yards. And I'll tell you what, of the two, obviously Southern is more impressive. They had 100 yards rush or total offense more, but also 99 plays. They controlled the ball the whole time, which is really what the key to this game. Assumption's got to do that. They got to go. It's got to be the opposite. You can't have your defense out there working more than half the time, and on the field you get tired, you get down. And I'll tell you what, as much as I'm a fan of those quick hit offenses, ironically, actually, the hat I'm wearing is Syracuse. That's my other favorite college team. They went to this quick hit style offense this year. Didn't work too well against Louisville, but anyway, point being is that you run these quick offenses and then you score real quick. Well, that's all well and good, but I like the offenses, and again, Assumption runs this type of offense, just doesn't show it here today, where you really chip away. I mean, you control the clock, you score obviously, but you chip away, and that's what I like those more than the quick hitters. But anyway, whatever gets it done, right, at the end of the day. So anyway, again, this has got to be the opposite. Southern, they can't control the ball this long. You can't keep the defense out there that long, which I don't think is going to happen this year. I mean, at the end of the day, really, we and hopefully you can see this. as I expand my screen here. And I'll tell you what, at the end of the day, Southern did outscore us until the fourth quarter. Assumption came alive, and we ended up taking them out 60 to 50. So again, I think the game is going to be a lot different this year. But the key factors are we can't allow Southern to control. They can't dictate to us what they're going to do. We really have to, especially on our home field. We got to take it to them right away, just like we did against Pace, and just like we did against Kutztown. You know, we marched down the field 7 to 10 plays every time. That's what I like to see. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. Maybe you guys disagree, guys and gals. Maybe you like getting those quick hits, which are great, but I like to see a more controlled offense. Anyway, my 2 cents. Thanks.